Restaurateur Al Brown is chomping at the bit to reopen under Alert Level 2. The household name has three Auckland businesses: Depot, Federal Street Deli and Best Ugly Bagels. All of them have been closed under Alert Level 3 because, well, he admits he was scared about how bad the virus would get. But for those in the business of food, drink and conviviality, the newfound freedoms come with strict rules. Under Level 2, restaurants and bars have to be able to seat all customers. They must be separated according to social distancing rules, and only one server can wait on any particular table. Al Brown reckons that bit is a little confusing.
Well, I'm hoping that single server, Lisa, means that one server can serve a number of tables, but no one else can serve those tables. Because if it was a single server for every table and we had 20 tables, there's no way we could make a buck having 20 servers in there. So I presume I think there's a little bit of confusion over that, but I presume that's what that means.
Even under that arrangement, will you need more staff?
No, we should be fine. We should be fine with good staff. Most restaurants have, you have a section, so one waiter will look after 5 tables in that section, and especially with that the distancing that they're enforcing or bringing in means that we've had to haul out a whole lot of tables as well. So no, we'll be fine.
So in terms of tables, because you have to keep people separated, how many seatings have you lost? How many places?
We've basically lost half the restaurant. Yep.
And what does that mean in real?
We're going to have less staff. We're going to have a smaller menu, and people are going to have to be patient, Lisa. I think till we gently get into this new system of how it works, because we're going to have disposable menus, and obviously you can't have a bowl of sugar, or if you have salt and pepper on the table, you're going to have to swap those out and clean them down between the next table sitting down. So it'll be a bit of a faff, and we'll work it through. But as long as everyone's realises that we've got to do this correctly and properly, we'll get it done.
Going out for a meal and a drink is about atmosphere as much as it is about, just putting food in your belly and wetting your whistle. So what do you think, what effect is this going to have on atmosphere?
Well, the thing, when we started going and, towards lockdown, and I worked the floor a few nights in Depot just before that happened, it was not a nightmare, but as you say, we're not just a food and a hunger and thirst solution. We're entertainment, and when we had the restaurant with tables empty, half the tables empty, and people coming in and going, hold on a minute, we can, there's an empty table over there. It was a bit of a nightmare. So we've eliminated or taken the tables out. So at least it feels like there's not empty tables around you, because, as you say, so much of it is about the buzz. People, we weren't really interested in opening up in Level 3 and doing takeout because, as I feel about, we're offering something that's way more than just a plate of food. It's about the service, it's about the vibe, it's about the atmosphere, it's about the choice, it's about so many other things. So,
and you didn't think you could achieve any of that at Level 3?
No, well, you can certainly, we were happy to sit back and watch what other people, and certainly plenty of restaurants wanted to get engaged in the takeout, but that's a whole different kettle of fish, and just like the takeaways, I think a lot of them did really, really well first up, for the first few days, and of course all the regulars of restaurants want to support you, which is great, but the reality is, you can't, once you do the math on that food that comes home that you're eating from your favourite restaurant, you can't eat like that every night, and it feels like, Yep, you're getting the food, but you're still looking at each other across the table, and you're not in some fun, sort of high-octane atmospheric place, which is what we're all about. We're in hospitality, we're about having fun.
Have you managed to keep all your staff during this?
Yes, we have. Yep, we have. The subsidy's been fantastic, and we're really looking forward to getting underway. Hopefully. This week, when are we hearing? Monday, is it?
Yeah, you're hearing Monday. So you're still excited, regardless of all the restrictions and the rules that you're going to have to follow. How are you feeling about the prospect of getting the doors open again?
Oh, just super excited, and the staff have, there's some, personally for me, I think there's been some good things that have come out of this. The restaurants have actually, everything's, rested a bit. We've all had, we've had this forced rest, I guess, and which has been tough on a whole lot of people and tough on us, but we've managed to retain our staff, but they're all ready to get back in and do a great job and get the ovens cranked up again and have some. We love what we do. We're in the service industry, and I adore simply. I still work the floor. I'm in my mid-50s, still work the floor a couple of nights a week, and with the team, and they're all half my age. But I really love the. It's kind of like an orchestra, and every night you don't know what's going to happen, and it's a high octane environment, as I say, and people walk in and you don't know what's going to happen, and it's super exciting, and that's I miss the buzz, and that's what it's about, is making people happy through food and fun and service.
How do you go with the tips when you're on the floor?
Not bad. I don't get to do them. They just give me what they think I'm worth, which is quite often. Yeah, I can judge how good my nights were the week before on my tips when I get them on the following week. So,
are all your suppliers still good to go?
Yeah, they're good. They're great. I spoke to a lot of my suppliers today, and the hard thing with this sort of thing is that when you ring your suppliers, they're part of the family, and they've been supporting us for a long time. We've been supporting them, and so you can't have a 2-minute conversation. You end up having a half an hour conversation with them about what they're going through and what they've heard and what it's all about. But no, they're gung ho to because that flow down effect. They're gung ho to get the oysters out of the farm and get them into us, or the pastrami out of the smokehouse for the Reuben sandwich, etc. So. Yep, they're all underway and getting into it too.
So we find out on Monday. If we don't go to level 2, I mean, how long can you hold out for, really?
Oh, not much longer. I believe we did the right thing of going into lockdown, and I wanted to protect our staff, and because the numbers were going, 20, 40, 60, 80, and I was frightened about what could happen and what was happening overseas. So the idea of locking down, I thought it was great and was the right thing to do, and I believe it's the right thing to do. And I think if we look at the numbers, we've had a couple of days we had none, and what do we have, 1 or 2 today and 2 yesterday. I think we're in good shape. So I'm expecting that we'll be opening up this week.
That is Al Brown, who is champing at the bit to get open again.